would you welcome first into the green corner wearing the green gloves from Body Snatchers, Steve Murphy. And would you welcome his opponent into the yellow corner wearing the yellow gloves from LW Boxing Club, Dan Lockwood. 3 rounds of boxing for the veterans heavyweight title. So our second bout tonight here at NRG is the veterans heavyweight title. Steve Murphy, Body Snatchers, 48 years of age in the green corner. Dan Lockwood, LW Boxing Club, 43 years of age in the yellow. Dan, the taller of the two men. Both in good shape, these veterans. Heavyweight title belt at stake. And immediately the shorter man pushing forward to get inside the shots of the taller man. And that's a good tactic from Steve. But now Dan really pushing forward, and these are heavy shots these two men are throwing. They're planted their feet early. And Dan in those yellow gloves looking for the jab. You can see how quickly Steve looks to get inside. It's a safer tactic against the taller man. He's got to get inside quickly. Doesn't want to be at the end of those long shots. Clive Allison, great referee, closely following the action. Timeout. They're going to have a word with both men. The cut eye there, I think, for Steve, and I think that's the heads. I think Clive, our referee, saying watch the heads, lads, because there's definitely a cut to the left eye now of Steve Murphy. And good body shots from both men here. As I said, they've planted their feet early. The big shots are coming in. And good work again to the body from Steve. Dan looking to work behind the jab, catching Steve on the way in. That's what he's got to do. He's got to catch Steve Murphy on the way in and way out. Catch him on the way in or punish him on the way out for his part. Steve has got to get inside quickly and work, as he did to the body, the taller man, and keep himself safe. That's a good left hook there, but again, neither man worried about defense. They're planting their feet and throwing the bombs. Breathes deeply, Dan, but triples up a very stiff jab there. Triples it up, throwing the rights to the body now as well. Keeping that right low to the body after he throws that jab. Is Dan. Steve looks to our referee, bobs and weaves. Looks for the jab to the body. Last 10, looks for the big right but misses, pushing in under the shots of the taller man. Overall done a good job of getting inside the range of Steve Murphy, but it's been a tough opener for both men as they've really thrown bombs. Crowd appreciate that as well. So for me, it's very simple. Steve Murphy needs to get inside, work close. Dan Lockwood needs to keep that long jab going and get the big right in behind it. If you can make your tactics work, you take the belt. Now it's a good place, if there is a good place to have a cut, it's at the side of the eye. That's where Steve's got it. It won't be running into his eye. I'm having a good look at him there. The blood, what little of it is there is at the moment, is running to the side of the face. So second round, they put a lot into this. Remember, Steve's 48, Dan's 43. They put a lot into that opening round. Cardio could play a big part as well here. And Dan immediately looks for the jab cross, but Steve gets in close. Dan looking for that big jab again. Dan looking to work the right to the body as Steve looks to hold. Doubles up the jab, throws the big right again. Oh, Steve looked for the uppercut just as they broke. Dan looked at him to say, I felt that one. But both men charging in, making it difficult for Clive, our referee. Left and right from Dan here. Booming right hand doubled up to the body. So when they get close, Dan Lockwood does keep that right hand working. Looks for the uppercut and lands it. As Steve went to come in, these are clubbing punches here from Dan Lockwood as Steve looked to come in. He took the shots well, but he had to take them. And he's just missing with that left as he comes in side the guard of Dan. And for me, Dan is just beginning to keep those right hands to the body going. They're actually scoring points here if you're looking at a close bout. Steps back, looks for the big right to the body. Steve landed it, probably the best shot of the night from him, but takes a clubbing right and then a left from Dan. Looks for his own uppercut. These are two tough men in here. They've taken the shots, looks for the big left hand again. Right uppercut from Dan as Steve comes in. Doubles up the jab, that right just clubbed the head. The second right landed, then the right to the body. Left and right to the body in reply from Steve. But that's a big shot from Dan. They're finally backing Steve up. Catches him solidly. Those were two solid shots, and Steve felt them. Dan beginning to break him down now, you feel, at the end of this round. Looks for the big uppercut. What a heart this man's got. But the second half of this round's been all for me. That big right hand of Dan Lockwood, but what a response from Steve Murphy. But in that last 20 seconds, he was really under the pressure there. And for me, that's a big second round to Lockwood in the yellow. Third and final round of this Vets heavyweight title coming up. There's been no sussing each other out in this bout. What I like about this entertaining for the crowd is they've planted their feet from punch one to the last punch of round two, and now one final round to decide this Vets title. Both men still here after two. Oh, no touching gloves. Dan looked to push forward on Steve. Steve again looking to duck. And then come up Tyson style against the taller man and clip the head. You feel that either man could get a stoppage here. And there's the right clubbing hands from Dan once more to the side of the head of Steve. And that's the difference between the two. When it gets close, he just keeps throwing. It doesn't always land, but look, he just keeps that right hand working. And that, for me, that's the point-scoring difference between the two men here. And again, that right hand lands. As soon as Clive breaks them, Dan throws again. Doubles up the jab, throws the right uppercut, the other right again. This time, it was the hook to the side of the head. And Steve looking to close the gap, but he's getting caught on the way, and he's taking them solid chin to this man. And again, Dan just pushes forward, and then when it's in close, throws that right to the body. And you can hear Steve's corner saying, step back, right hand. Double jab. And then that clubbing right from Dan. He misses with the right this time, but the double left-landed. They're feeling the pace now here at the end of the third. And it's because it's been a solid pace with nothing but heavy shots. And Steve is still there looking to throw that big right hand and maybe cause an upset here with one big punch. Oh, the uppercut at range from Dan, both feeling the pace. You can see breathing heavily. Ducks under, but just misses with that right again. Steve throws a good right to the body. That's been the best shot from the man in the green corner. That right to the body. Last 10 seconds of a bruising encounter. And the right over the top just clips the head of Dan from Steve. Oh, good bout. I've gone yellow there for the sheer amount of shots thrown, but what a bruising, exciting encounter. Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the official decision on this one, can I say whoever's waist this goes around has deserved this belt. What a bout that was from these two men. But we do have a unanimous decision. Our three judges in favour of, and the belt goes around the waist of the man from the yellow corner, Dan Lockwood.